What's up, and welcome to episode 43 of Brewing Through the Multiverse. We're a Magic the Gathering podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Joel.
How we doing, man?
Living the dream, looking forward to playing more Magic on Saturday. Feel like work is just, a break between Magic sessions that we have to endure.
Yeah. Thank God we're playing so much Magic lately because it feels great. It really is something to look forward to. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, 100%. What you sipping on today?
I am pouring some Log Tavern Timber IPA. It's a local brewery by us, and Troy actually dropped it off as a thank you for helping him run a machine. So this is a thank you from Troy. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Troy.
Oh, delicious too. Nice. Yeah, I gotta go to work right after this, so I'm gonna actually just milk one today. Try to be a responsible adult.
Oh, it's still getting one, but
Yeah. Listen, it's a night shift. You do what you got to do. But how you been, man?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Making my way downtown.
Yeah. I gotta say, I played Magic with Keldon, Carolyn, and Patrick last weekend, and they had brought this game called Suddenly Drunk. So it's a little card deck of cards that can be tagged up with pretty much any game, and it's just a series of cards that make you drink in silly ways. And the way it worked was untap, upkeep, draw from that, and then draw from your Magic deck. And
Okay.
it was awesome. It played really well with the Magic. One of them was like, you got to talk in an accent, otherwise you got to drink again. And it was just awesome, because Dana was sitting around to hear her and like doing like a Southern accent, and everyone was just trying to like be aware of it. So it was a cool little addition that didn't actually change the rules of Magic, like Planes Chase and all of that stuff, where like now suddenly it's affecting. This was just this little game on top of the game that was fun, added to it, and I recommend it. So I bought it $25 on Amazon, and we'll have to give it a go.
Word, I'm down.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now, speaking of like sub games, have you had any interest in the arch enemy game mode?
I'm always interested in that. Yeah, I'm always down to try that. The thing is that I know that sometimes it takes away from the decks we're playing. Like if we're playing a new deck and we're not able to do what we're trying to do because this arch enemy is kind of, messing with the fundamentals of
Putzing
it.
around.
Yeah, then I know sometimes like halfway through the game, you're like, I wish we just weren't doing this.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely been there in Plane Chase before.
yeah. Yeah, but then there's those days where it's like, I want, let's get weird, let's have fun, let's do it. So I'm down for it. And Good Luck High Fives episode, they played it, and it looked like it was a lot of fun. But I don't know. At the end of the day, just the 4v4 is a perfect format, and it's like, don't fix what's not broken. I don't know.
True. Yeah, rules committee.
Yeah.
Former rules committee.
But so that's why the Suddenly Drunk was nice, is because it didn't touch my Magic at all. Like I played Krark, and Krark was doing what Krark needed to do, but I was also, drinking and being silly. So it was cool. I recommend it. Taking the sweatshirt off. Oh God. All right. All right. Have you played any Arena?
Not even a second.
Damn. Okay.
Well, name a more iconic duo, me and not playing Arena.
Yeah, it's a shame. Duskmorn Quick Draft just left, so that's officially gone. I don't know what the new draft is,
It'll come back.
Of course, yeah, every 2 weeks, I think. But it was good. I got 2-7 wins doing it.
You still like Duskmorn limited environment?
Yeah, I like it a lot. And I know the question last week was, more than Bloomborough, and I'll say, yeah, I'm really feeling it. I love that, like there's like some curses that you can cast in this, and I'm a big fan of curses.
Grievous Wound.
Yeah.
You put that on anybody?
Yes, I did. I
yeah.
won. Yeah. Very nice. Because I was unsure if when you dealt the damage, if it was just gonna half it, but no, it takes that damage and then halves it. So if you hit them with a 7/7, they go down to 14 and or 13, and then they go down to 7 because their life got halved. So that was something I didn't expect, and I wasn't sure until it was played into effect. But yeah, so I really liked it. It's good stuff.
What colors
The
were you running?
red green was the first one that I went with, and there's that one room that gives your creature double strike, and I was running that, and I had the 9/9 trampler, and that just paired up so well. Where I just had to let that sit for one turn and swing with it. And her name starts with an A, the 9/9 creature, uh, 7 mana, so 5 green, 9/9 legendary trample creature. Whenever she's targeted, you draw a card. But the cool thing is, and I didn't know about this, there's the say its name 2 mana sorcery. And it says if you have 3 of them in your graveyard, you can exile all 3 of them, and you can search for this 9/9 from the graveyard, hand, or library and put it onto the
Okay.
battlefield. So I took that and I put that into my Simic standard deck that's already throwing things into the graveyard. And it's this awesome secondary way of winning that's just happening incidentally.
Yeah.
I mean, for 2 slots to put her in, and really I only need one of them, but just in case I'm running 2. The other, the say its name is helping because it's milling immediately and it's able to pull things into my hand. So if I'm looking for a land or anything like that, like it fits perfectly. And then I have a 9/9 that can come out for free sometimes. So, and it comes out as early as turn 3. So
Gross.
yeah, really cool. Nice addition.
Yeah, standard's crazy compared to what it used to be. I feel like every older player says that. It just feels like it keeps getting like I don't remember if during Khans of Tarkir there was a turn 3 like 9/9 coming at you.
No, yeah, just in silly old standard. In limited, it happens in limited. So
Yeah.
but I know people are really excited about Pioneer. I know Modern is always going to be a thing, but I can't
Speaking
say
of
it
Pioneer,
enough
I'm pretty sure
times.
there's no RCQ events I was just reading for Pioneer in
Good.
2025, which is kind of crazy.
Is it because they're hanging on standard heavy now?
I think so, yeah.
Good. I think that's the right call. I think standard is just as exciting, and it helps Wizards if that's the format we're into. So why not?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I always liked the bigger formats.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. Uh, how do you feel about Pioneer and Modern? Like, do they each have a home, or is one going to cannibalize the other?
I think they each have a home. I think like losing fetch lands really changes the game a little bit and like what you can run, and there's some broken degenerate shit that you can run in. I mean, not that you can't do that in Pioneer as well, but I think they're different enough where it makes sense. Because isn't the gap between legacy and modern like the same as or less than the gap between modern and pioneer? There's
Should
something
be,
some
yeah.
crazy statistic like that. So it's been long enough that pioneer is viable.
Do you think this is something that's going to happen every 10 years or 8 years, whatever it is, where they're just going to kind of put another line in the sand for a format,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it makes sense.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
it really depends on like I feel like uh yeah, it's inevitable. I feel like it's got to be inevitable because yeah, if the game is still going in 2035, you're gonna have new players that want to play more than just standard, and then it's like, oh, you got to get into Pioneer. That or they change the bar about where Pioneer is. Like, maybe they say after, in 3 to 4 years, like, okay, starting, in 2029, Pioneer starts with Thrones of Eldraine and goes through the modern. You know what I mean? Like they could always do that because then you have to keep coming up with new names. It's like Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, you know, skiddly
Yeah,
butts and wobby
yeah,
foppets.
yeah. The pickleball format. Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you. But also, if they take away Pioneer, if they move that line, it's our generation, like our era of Magic players, that'll feel it the most because that line was made when a lot of people like us started playing Magic. And if they were to move that, it'd be almost like taking away from our generation. We're like, huh, yeah. So each generation kind of has that line. Like there's the legacy players, and they are of a specific age group. There's the modern players, and a generalization, but the modern players are all because they started playing around that time, and we're here at the Pioneer. The next one's probably going to be the people who started playing with Bloomborough, and that line will be at Bloomborough or whatever. And I, I think that's just going to be a natural thing. I don't even think it's going to be something Wizard has to plan on. It'll just happen organically. Every decade, the entrenched players will make their own format. That's my prediction.
word. Well, we'll check back in 10 years, and on episode 3000, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. But Commander, do you think Commander will ever get a change?
No,
No, right? No, better never.
no, it's just like there's a reason it's the most popular format. It's just the easiest for a large group of people to play with. You have the most deck building expression. Um,
Well,
you play
okay,
with any
hold on.
cards.
It's already been splintered with CEDH or the TEDH now. Do you think
It
it'll get
has not been
splintered with?
splintered. Not officially.
No, but okay. So the rules are all the same, yes, and technically the card pools are the same. But don't you think there's eventually going to be this time where it's like, hey, only commander cards from the day they started printing commander cards, and then just like all of the older sets just kind of fall out? Kind
I
of like
think
a
that'll
weird
happen
brawl, but
naturally.
same rules.
I think that'll just happen naturally through power creep. That's already kind of happening.
Yeah.
Like you've got Arcane Signet, which, essentially your deck is most decks are actually 97 cards. You have your commander, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, and then the rest of your deck. And that's just going to
Yeah.
keep happening all the time. They print like upgrades because I just spent a long time upgrading most of my decks, adding a couple of, added some Bloomborough cards, added some Duskborn cards. But like, if you keep doing that over time because they keep printing better versions of things, you're only going to really have newer stuff because that's just the most powerful. There's not many things that are very old that are like super duper powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Most of the decks I build now are mainly new cards. You're right.
Yeah, because that's what
Which
inspires you. It's usually like, here's this new design. That's cool. All right, what's some older cards that can support it? But most of the time, it's just whatever's recent.
yeah. We'll stick with the draft and standard a little longer, but I do gotta say for that, like Zamone is mainly fucking new cards, and I wouldn't use a single old card in that deck because everything's face up. So this whole new deck that I'm in love with right now is all new cards. So yeah, that's interesting. Just doing it on its own. Um, but okay, so anyway, standard and draft. The other draft deck that I had was a black white deck. Um, Black, I think, is the most powerful in draft right now. I think that its ability to destroy, remove, life gain. Um, I'm in love with it right now. So black, blue, black, red. That's where it's at. It's a shame you didn't get any drafting in. All right, so standard
I
though.
don't love drafting though. That's the thing.
Okay, what is the not sell? Is it because you don't have control
I'm
over your
just
deck?
bad at it, dude. Yeah. Well, that's part of it too. Like I don't like that I can't pick what I want, and like obviously there's variance in luck and magic in general. Like I understand that, but like I like picking what I want to pick and playing what I want to play, not just because it's like, well, fuck, I got a really bomb like red blue rare, so I have to play. Is it okay? Listen, you don't have to play it. Yes, I understand that, but it's like if you want to win, then yeah, you're gonna fucking play it. So it's like that's where it
Yeah,
kind of gets me. And then I just don't like limitations. Like I want to have all the options and build whatever I want. And that, I've always kind of been that way where that's why I never really loved standard because it's just kind of like you got to use these same sets and you see these like same cards. Not that you don't run into
Hmm.
that problem in other formats. You know, Commander, obviously, I just said like Soul Ring and Arcane Signet, but at least like there's options. You can have a Frogs Commander deck sitting at the table with, you know, dinosaurs, and I just like that there's more options. I like options and variety.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree. I like both though, but I understand.
I like also the act of drafting, like the mini game of drafting, more than I like playing it. Because that's the other thing too. Then you get into the games, and the games to
Yeah.
me are not like thrilling. It's like most of the time there's one bomb, you either can't deal with it and you lose, or you can, and then you play your, and then you're playing like, here's this shitty common that's like 7 mana, but it's like a 6/6, so I'm gonna play it. You know, I don't love the gameplay either, to be honest.
Yeah. I think that's changed. I think the newest draft formats are kind of so powerful that it takes me back a little bit to sometimes I'm playing against a deck and I'm like, if I was playing a standard deck, I still might have just lost here, you know? So
No.
I oh damn dude, I've seen some wild shit happen and it's again, it's just like these like non-important cards that wouldn't even be that powerful, but are doing crazy work. So there's that 6 mana 4/4. When it enters, it deals 4 damage to an opponent. And then if you have delirium, whenever you deal damage, it'll do that much damage to a creature. So it comes in, deals 4 to the opponent, deals 4 to a creature if you have delirium. And then there is the room that says at the end of each turn, deal 1 damage to your opponent. But if you have them both out, end of each turn, it deals 1 damage to the opponent, and because the opponent took a damage, you could ping a creature for 1 damage. And I use that in so many interesting ways that I mean, like, kill the creature, or like, okay, I know it's going to happen. They don't know it's going to happen yet. I swing in, so they feel like they won the block where they have a creature that's at 1 damage, and then at the end of the turn, boom, I got it, and now I'm an advantage. So it's like these tight little things with these new cards and mechanics like rooms that really are so impressive. But I understand, like, that's great that that's all happening. I want to play the cards I want to play. Like, fuck that 6 mana 4/4. Like that's great.
Yeah,
Get it
I
out of
don't
here
want
now.
that. Yeah.
I hear you. It's just interesting. It's a cool format right now. I'm sad it's gone. I just checked. Bloomborough is what the quick draft is now. I will play some of
Boo.
that too,
Boo,
but
bro. I
I'll
like
play
it.
it.
I have to say, honestly, now that we've gotten some time with Bloomborough and like, you know, we're on to Duskborn, I did not think I was so excited for Bloomborough. And I love the art and stuff too. But I have to say, at the end of the day, none of the cards in Bloomborough like really blew me away to the point where I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like there's definitely some cool ones like Breza is cool, and like I like the Calamity Beasts, they're pretty cool. But nothing that I like was running to like put in any of my decks, I feel like.
Yeah. I think the season cycle was really good. I've been having a lot of fun with them, but I'll agree with you on that. That there is no cards that were like, wow, wow.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah. And they were kind of like for meme and flavor. Like I was really excited about frogs, but I played my frogs deck over the weekend. It's not that powerful. None of the cards are, impressive or intimidating. Um, so I don't know. Yeah. But I enjoyed every minute of it. I think they need to do sets like that. Like everything can't be a Duskmourn, and everything can't be a Dominaria.
No, agreed.
I
Yeah, you
loved
have
it.
to have the
You
ebbs
know,
and flows
yeah,
too. And just like I feel like eventually murders Karlov Manor are eventually gonna be like, oh shit, there's actually bangers in there. I mean,
yeah,
look at Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate went from like this set's like a trap, don't buy it, to like box prices increasing back to like as what they were or more than what they were and really, you know what I mean? Like, so it just takes some time for people to discover like the shit. Talking
yeah.
about the seasons though, real quick, is that I have a copy of every season either pulled or purchased. I think I ended up purchasing like the red one, and I pulled the other four. They are not as easy to squeeze into decks as you might think.
I'm shoving them in. So I'm running two of them for sure. I think one of them I intend to put into frogs, but Um, the green. Okay, let me ask: which ones did you put in easily?
The black one is in a deck. I keep making decks around making people sacrifice things. It's going to be in the next iteration of that deck, which, I'll end up playing once, disliking it, and then pulling it apart. So that was an easy slot. Um, but like the other ones are kind of tough because, like, all right, the blue one, for instance, 6 mana. At the end of the day, it could be 6 mana, draw 5, but it's still a 6 mana card. And as a deck builder and commander, I have been consciously trying to lower my mana curve and everything. And it's hard to justify a 6 mana spell.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess for the seasons, it's definitely not something where it's like, oh, I'm running blue, so I'll put in the blue one. But if you have a spot for what that season is trying to do, it's so much bang for the 6 mana,
True. No, true.
you know.
Like the red one,
But
I think I'm running in loot because it exiles cards off the top and you can play them.
right, right, yeah, yeah. The black one's probably the easiest. The green one's easy to get in. It's funny. The red one is probably the one that I'd say is the hardest to fit anywhere. But again, if you have a spot for it, it'll fit. The red one's only 5, right? I think it's 5
Yeah,
mana
I
for the
think
red one.
so.
Okay. Yeah, that's even nice. Um, yeah. I I think it's one of those things you have to play and cast it a few times before you actually know whether it's worth it or not. Because yeah, the 6 mana is a lot, but there's a lot of cards out there that for 6 mana I'd play them every day of my life.
Yeah.
So we'll try them out.
Uh
Have you been able to cast any seasons yet?
no, that's the thing. I haven't seen any.
Okay, I've only been
But I
casting them
just
on
put them
Arena.
in.
Yeah,
Well, no, when I was playing Bloomburrow Draft, I casted a bunch. Actually, thinking about it, I cast the white one a
yeah.
decent amount, and
Yeah, and it felt good every time. You know, I've never cast it and be like, "Oh, that didn't do
yeah,
enough."
this
So,
sucks.
yeah. So we'll see what it is in a 4-person format, whether it really is doing enough. But I like the seasons. Um, okay. So for my standard deck for the Manifest Dread last week, I was like, "Yo, I'm fusing them all together. I'm getting that red in there. We're gonna get the pyro pyromancer, whatever. Put the flip cards. I did it. I ran a ton of runs with it. Not worth it at all. So
Oh,
yeah. So what I realized was the reason why that pyromancer lizard was so powerful was because my turn one would always be that little goblin that allows you to disguise cheaper.
yeah.
And then on turn two, if I had 2 of them out and I swung next turn, I could drop 2 of these guys out. But without them in the deck, having to pay 3 mana to get a disguise creature out sucks, you know? So
Yeah.
it at that point now I need to manifest them onto the board. That way I'm not paying to do it. But then like the amount of damage they were doing wasn't, because when they flip, it's only 3. And if my other manifest cards are lands and they're not flipping at all, I I did 3 damage with this card. So it ended up being terrible. Where it is so good in the Rakdos shell, it is terrible in this version. So I got rid of it altogether,
Wait, is
and
there a
then
reason you're
those
not
empty.
running the goblin? And
Well, because then that'll be a turn one red, and really turn one, turn two, I want to start milling to get my graveyard going for the eye.
I see.
So I can't waste a turn one trying to get out a disguise card because by turn three, turn four, if they kill it or make me sacrifice it for no reason, well, I just wasted 4 turns and I have nothing in graveyard now besides this pyromancer. It just so that's what I mean is like as many times as I tried to use it, just you know, consequently to what I was doing, it wasn't doing enough. And then starting to build around it means I'm splitting my deck in half. So I'm just going to leave the 2 shells. There's the Rakdos disguise deck, which is all face down, and then there's going to be the Simic Manifest Dread face down. And they're I love them both dearly, but the Manifest Dread again with the say its name, that is just making it that much better. So I built one more though.
What
I,
is it?
I did the Boros deck with the war leader's call and
Oh
the
my god, yeah, the
one-headed
video you
creature.
sent me,
Yeah, dude, it's a lot.
outrageous. Is
Yeah,
that turn
it's
4,
a lot.
right?
So I think it was turn 5 because I missed a land drop or I was waiting for a red or there was something that held me back, but it was fine. And, I did a little bit of removal on them while I was waiting. But so it was turn 5. I had 3 war leaders calls out, and I ended up dropping the O'Hare Axonil, which deals damage. If you were to do a non-combat damage, instead deal it equal to its power. But because there was 3 war leaders calls, it came in as a 7/7, and then the 3 triggers for war leaders call was 7 damage, 7 damage, 7 damage, and killed him right there with 21 damage out of the blue.
I would have been so upset.
Yeah,
I
well,
would have
so
been so mad.
it's on par with the when someone has the caretaker's talent out and then they just drop a Vraska and the game's over.
Yeah.
It's the same sentiment, because it's the same thing. I have a great board, everything's going on. All he has is one enchantment, and then suddenly the game's over. So it's happening out there, and I have no remorse for it. It felt great. But the even if I didn't have O'Hare out with the 3 Warlord's calls, I had the Season of the Burrows in hand, and that would have made 5 bunnies, which would have ended it that way also. So there's a lot. I also put Jolly Balloon Man in there
Yeah. How's that going?
just because he makes an extra terrible. It's not
Ah,
doing too well, but I'm waiting to see if it helps a little bit. I just want to like Balloon Man, my charming scoundrel, to get like little extra stuff, but it's not
I
working
could
out too well.
foresee you making a Balloon Man commander deck.
I'm close to it. If I
I'm
do
surprised
one,
you haven't. It seems like an interesting way to do Boros.
it is until you realize all you're doing is you're shoving in all the ETB trigger creatures and all
Yeah.
the death creatures. And then it's just a whole bunch of creatures. And then you rely on the balloon man so much. I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be so fun. And then every time I start working it out, it's like, oh, this is a build itself deck. You just want these things that enter to do these things, and then people kill Balloon Man, and then you got to get Balloon Man back out. So I don't know. I'm still looking for my Boros deck that I want to build. Same with Golgari. What's your color that you just can't fit in Commander that just doesn't work for you?
I honestly, as you said, Boros, I was trying to think if I've ever had. I'm trying to think if I've ever had just a straight Boros deck, like ever. And I can't really think of one.
What would you build if you had to, gun to head? At least is there someone in a backup? Is there anything that at least you'd be interested in? Would it be an
Uh
equipment deck, token deck, spell slingers?
maybe equipment. Maybe equipment. Let me pull up EDH. Let's look and see what
Because
the
my
top ones
initial
are.
thought with you is you'd end up making it a stacks deck with enchantments that won the game for you.
Winota CDH. Boom. Done.
Boom. Oh my gosh. That sounds about right.
Um, damn, that's a good question. I don't know. It just fuck Boros. Boros kind of sucks.
Wow. I mean, we get hosed by Connor's fucking burn spell deck. That's pretty powerful. And
Yeah,
all those cards in there are printed within the past few years. So there it is, another commander deck made
that is definitely
made
one of the
humanity
better
good.
examples.
I always wanted to build those 2 um, big oxmen that when instants and sorceries have lifelink.
Oh, Fire Song and Sunspeaker.
Yeah, that's always one I was interested in doing, but it was popular for a while, so I didn't touch it, and now I feel like it's outclassed.
Yeah, I feel like Feather's pretty cool, but Feather's like so niche in terms of like what you're doing.
Yeah,
I don't
and
love
it's not fun to play
equipment.
against.
Yeah. I mean, maybe just Aurelia the War Leader for like beaters. I don't know. I'm gonna sit down and think about that. Maybe next week I'll have a good answer for you.
All right, I'm interested. Yeah, yeah. Black green is the another one that I honestly I've never built one before. Besides, I built Marin for a little bit, and then black blue. That never sits well with me. So
Mm, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I tend to go for 3 colors a lot more. Just because I like options.
yeah. I see. I feel I get option paralysis. I feel like if I go over, and I there's 3 colored decks that I like, but I just blue's my sweet spot. 2 is my sweet spot. Blue, Jesus, never. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
And
where's
land
your mono
bases are
blue deck
insane.
coming? I'll answer. Okay, next week you have to come back with your mono blue commander. I'll come back with my Boros commander.
Absolutely, that sounds good. It'll probably be predictable for me though.
We're all
I'll avoid it.
just
No,
counter
no,
everything.
no. Gross. I would never. I would never. I would never.
I mean, I feel like Tempest is a pretty cool mono blue commander.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always been one I've been interested in. And the curve is not hard to do. I mean, in blue is literally just draw cards dot deck. So it'd be super easy. The problem with it though is whenever you hit it, an opponent loses the game. You don't win. So you got to fuck one person and now everyone else is staring at you. That's the
True.
problem. It's even worse than a Voltron deck because
Yeah,
then you
but
got to
how
fill it
sweet.
with protection. Ugh.
Yeah, counter everything.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. And that probably would not be expensive at all to build. That I
No.
could probably do that
Yeah.
for 100 or under.
You could
I have all
not.
the
You could avoid the
staples.
staples. Yeah, or own them. Yeah.
Yeah, I have them.
Or I'll have
Actually,
my
that's
deck
my
list.
problem. I only have one deck that has blue. So every staple I have in blue is all in there. So it's, just every fucking
It's
powerful
gross.
counter spell. Yeah, just Cyclonic Rift, Rhystic Study. So it'd be nice to split that up a little bit. Maybe I will look into that. All right. Well, so we played Commander this week.
Did
How did your decks do? How did you feel?
so like I said before, I spent a lot of time editing all of my decks. Actually, I'm not even done yet. I still have like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 left to go. I was gonna do that tomorrow probably. But yeah, changing anywhere from like 5 to 10 cards in each one, which I feel like is a pretty significant, like, facelift. And yeah, I'm at a point where, like, yeah, I love all my decks and whatnot. I wish I didn't have 2 Jeskai ones, but I don't think I'll ever break up Aragorn, and really love Guff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everything went well. I didn't see too many of the new cards that I had put in yet, though. Like, I added some rooms, which I was excited to play, and never ended up seeing them.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, the rooms would be cool. Um, so we had some good games though. I think it was a lot of fun. I don't think any game was like a blowout.
Yeah, your Aragorn deck, I was really impressed with. That it throws me off so much every time you just can't be blocked. And you just do whatever you want, and most of your stuff has vigilance or you have, tokens back to block and like getting um that monarch from you is a whole game in itself. It's the wildest thing.
Yeah,
But the
but
problem
I also
is
have so many
just
cards.
yeah, 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 and like that's the thing is like I need to target you to get it, and now you see me targeting you, and it's like I just want to take the monarch. I'm not trying to kill you, um, and it's very interesting how that dynamic works. Monarch is such a cool thing in Commander. I know we say that all the time, but watching how Aragorn does it and what you do with that whole thing, that's one of my favorite decks that you've played recently.
Yeah, which is why I'll never break it up, because it's a human tribal with a monarch sub theme. And
Yeah.
I've built human tribal before. I know it's like, obviously everything's a fucking human, so it's like one of the most obvious choices next to like elves and shit. But I really do love human tribal. Like, I love humans helping other humans.
Yeah,
So
be a buddy guy.
yeah,
Be a
exactly.
pal.
So for
Nice.
Frodo, that's all I gotta say about that.
All right. Yeah. Awesome.
But Zimone ended up being insane out of the box with only minor upgrades.
Yeah, dude. So I ended up swapping out. I put in Volgaval's Onslaught. You gifted me the Oculus for that deck, which is just it's so powerful. It's so good to have it out and do a manifest on every opponent's turn. Out of control. The Shrieker got put in there, and that okay, so the card that actually did the most work for me was that 2 mana 1/3 that whenever you manifest, the card that would have gone into the graveyard goes into your hand instead. That was huge.
Yeah,
Um,
hard advantage at the ass.
yeah. But the ability to have this face down, face up flipping synergy where every time it happens, you get an advantage, but you're already getting an advantage by getting either a 2/2 out on the battlefield or by flipping it up into a larger creature. Like that's the advantage. But when it happens, consequently, oh, that creature's also going to fight somebody. You're going to draw a card. You're going to destroy this. Someone's going to do so. Like there's a lot of the value that you're not even taken into account for because you just see the triggers. But like the board was getting full on these 2/2s that became bigger and 1/1 counters on this. And I can't believe how good it was. Pre-cons are out of control right now, and I love it. They're really treating it
Or are
the
they
way.
right where they should be? Is it out of control, or should they always have been like pretty fucking good?
Oh, yeah, I mean that in the best way. Out of control is my term. That shit is out of
Okay.
control.
Yeah.
I'm so happy with it, and every time we've pulled some pre-cons out, it has been awesome.
Yeah.
Even Mark playing his the Lucius Kane or whatever. That was mainly pre-con. I know he upgraded it, but that shit is wild. So
Yeah, Tyranid slapped for sure.
yeah,
And some of the Doctor Who ones too were so fucking fun to play. Like I ended up turning the Paradox one into loot, so it's not quite Doctor Who, but there's still like I tried to leave as many Doctor Who cards as possible, but yeah, the universes beyond Commander decks have been pretty solid, but also the standard ones.
yeah,
Outlaws at Thunder Junction was solid. Murders was solid. Lost Caverns was fucking amazing. This past set,
yeah,
Duskmourn was really good.
yeah. I still intend to buy Bumbleflower. I really want that deck. I think
Would
that'll
you leave it group hug?
yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. I miss my group hug deck very much so. I like having a like because if I win 2 or 3 games, pulling out that group hug deck is my favorite thing to do. So it'd be nice to have one again.
Yeah,
And it's a cool idea. And drawing cards and putting counter. I like it. So that'll probably be my next precon that I purchase once I don't know. I hit the lottery. I don't know. Find money in the basement. I don't know. Once that
well,
happens,
if
then
I
I'll.
hit the lottery, you're gonna get all the precons you could ever want.
Oh my god! All right. That's why every day I wake up and I'm like, is Shiba Inu a penny yet?
Is
All
brew a
right. Here's.
toast coin?
That's my get ready for work alarm. Fuck that shit. Yeah. So that's my advice for everyone: is buy Shiba Inu now while it's super cheap, and we'll all be rich one day. Don't do it.
Absolutely.
Don't do that. Don't buy that.
Sure.
But yeah, so yeah, Zamone was good. Frogs was good. The play of the day, I would have to say, was when Joey stole Mark's City on Fire and then swung with Gishath for
Yeah,
fucking too much.
28. Insane. I still think the right play call would have been to remove the city on fire.
Yeah, but yes, the threat was City on Fire. But if I did that, I don't think it would have put me in any better of an advantage to win. There was a lesser chance of me winning, even though I took that threat out, in my opinion.
That's
It,
fair.
it's a gray area,
I
but
want to start recording games so we can like bring up the plays and have like a segment of like, what's
oh
the
my
right
god!
play?
All right, yeah, absolutely, that'd be fun. We just got to get a good way to hang a camera above us.
I mean,
That's the
really, we
thing,
should just start playing on Spell Table. We could play so many more games if we just all got on Spell Table.
bro. That would be amazing.
Imagine
Let's
just like,
let's do that
yeah, hey guys, let's just jam a game in at 7 o'clock, but we can, nab a quick game.
next. Next recording, let's get on like a half hour early. See if we could set it up because like that's the hardest sell for Mark will be like, well, fuck that. Well, actually, no, Mark's privy to all this stuff. He'd probably
Yeah,
be able to
Mark
figure it
also
out easier
owns a
than I am.
webcam too, so it's
Oh my
so
god.
does Joey.
Okay. Yeah. I I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I'll probably be the shittiest at it, but I'm determined. All right. Well, since my fucking I need to go to work alarm went off, let me start finishing this beer. And I have a list of cards here I would like to show you if you are ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, here. Um, we are
Sucker
going
D, dude.
to sack or two because I need to know. You gave me a good list. I wanted to make sure I gave it back to you here. So let's see. We are going to add this up here
While
now.
you're bringing that up too, I just want to say I feel like I think I've said this on the podcast before. I think that the Rakdos games we play are my least favorite.
I'll agree with that. It's fun, but it's not what I want from Commander.
It's just
Um,
too quick. That's my problem. It's like Commander's fun because like you can develop a board and like yes, do we play more like battle cruiser-ish type of Magic at times for sure. But like this gets to the point where it's like, all right, I'm taking 6 damage at the beginning of my turn, and if I play a land, I take 2. If I cast a spell, I take the damage equal to that. And I'm randomly getting domed for 10. I mean, I would rather try to figure out how to break a stacks like setup than like deal with. All right, I lost 20 life in on turn 3.
yeah, I agree with that. I think there should really only be 1 or 2 Rakdos players happening at a time, but also it's the Rakdos player in me where if you want to give chaos, I will happily do it every day. And some cards that I run in my decks like are kind of like one card like Descent into Avernus, which is one of my favorite cards, where like that is a clock on the entire game. No matter what, we're not escaping it unless it gets deleted.
I actually on Reddit saw somebody suggest like if you want to make a game code quickly, put a Descent into Avernus token on the battlefield and just have it start the game out.
Oh, that's interesting. But then that's a clear way where like, okay, I'm going to play my ramp. Well, I guess no, yeah, everyone's got a deck that gets more powerful with mana. So it's not like, you know, yeah, the green decks might get it a little bit more, but they were going to ramp anyway. So why not let the blue deck get the treasure tokens too? Interesting. We could do it for science. I would try it out.
Just to see what it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right. So anyway, Sachi, we got the Sachi, daughter of Sashiro. She's
We're
a
not seeing
snake
anything.
shaman. No. Oh. Bop. Okay. Here we go. We're doing this. We're going to present. We're going to do a. Nope.
You have to pick
I'm
the
doing this,
browser
guys.
page.
Oh, okay. Wrong browser page. Boom.
All right.
No.
Yes.
We there? All right. All
Oh,
right. All right.
easily yes.
Okay. So yeah, Sachi. I started off with something nice and easy. Yeah, right? Frisky.
Dude, the extra hands, dude, you're getting like your butthole fingered at the same time as you're getting your balls played with, and
Yeah,
love
and
the hair too.
firm. Well, fit. Look at the hips. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Best snake shaman ever.
Yeah, hands down.
Okay. We got braids, but the
Can you zoom
proper
in on her?
braids. Let's see. Boom. All right. We got braids, the Arisen Nightmare, the best form of her.
Yes. Goth Dami Mommy, except that she's actually like gonna kill you.
Do you think she'd kill you? No, right?
No, but I think she would like feast upon your soul for like an extended period of time and like make you a thrall and use you to like commit like evil acts of violence.
Damn, don't all women do that? All right. Braids. Nice. Okay. Here we go.
Oh shit.
The Sliver Grave Mother.
Yeah. I'm still going for it.
Yeah.
Because
There
look
was
how
a lot of gross slivers.
look how seductively she's looking at you too. She's got like a nice body. And like, who knows where that pole could go? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But it posed very well. I mean, very poised and
yeah,
nice
very,
gold
yeah,
going down her back. And like I said, a
almost
lot of
regal,
gross
very
slivers.
regal.
Yeah. She's a grave mother. Yeah. Glowing. Fantastic. All right.
RC
RC the
sharp.
sharpshooter.
I feel like okay, so I feel like the obvious answer is yes because it's like the shape of an attractive woman, but I almost want to say no because like she's made of metal. At least in those other things, like there's some flesh, but like I don't know if I want to fuck like a toaster. You know what I mean?
So I picture it as like a whole bunch of those little conveyor wheels in a circular tube. That's how I
That
picture it,
sounds
but
terrible.
I guess. Okay, yeah. Yeah, maybe
No.
you don't touch the robot. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they have other robots built for that. Okay. Here we go. Purage of Urborg.
Oh my god, where'd you find these fucking cards? Uh, I mean, I feel like you gotta say yes, right? Like
That is
nice
the ultimate of
cans.
Butterface.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a paper bagger for sure.
Yeah. I would honestly, I would say no to this one.
Really? Why?
Um, uh, Only because like everything about it is a no. Like built like a man, like very muscular like a man. The arms are a little too muscular. The face is literally a straight cat. It's not even got like lips. So you know
Yeah,
it's got like teeth and that stinky meat mouth. And not from me. Um, and like the tits just look like they're cans. Like maybe they're not even real. Maybe it's just the cans to look like it. I think I would be deceived and I don't like it. I don't like it.
this is some death by snoo shit to me. It would depend
Yeah.
if this had like a voice, like a human voice, or if it's gonna like meow at me.
Oh, purring and gentle roars.
Yeah, if it speaks English, then I'm in.
Okay.
Also, side note from an artist's perspective, do you think that they drew the body and then drew the head separately?
Um,
It feels like the
yeah.
head
Well,
is like
yeah.
transplanted on there.
I bet they had a photo of a cat in that exact position. They painted that face first and then just put a body around it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was planted on there, but I think they did it like totally different. One's a photo,
Yeah.
one's out of mind.
I just feel like the hand is there to so you don't see the seam.
Oh, actually like cut and pasted on there.
I mean, maybe I don't know, but
Shit. Yeah. Well, Peraj, yeah, I don't know. When I put her on the list, I was like, absolutely. But like now that I'm looking at it, like there's no way. Sorry, Peraj. Okay.
oh shit, I know my
Now
ex-wife has the magic
Feshni.
cards.
We play her a lot. We see her a lot.
Yeah.
Big titty demon. What do you
I
think?
mean, this is just like a no. I don't think I could do it. She looks too mean.
I Yeah, all right. I wouldn't touch her, but she could send me nudes.
Word. Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed. As long as like
Yeah.
props like the face out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just like the
Yeah.
chest and below type of situation.
Yeah. 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 When you're yeah, the face wouldn't be in it. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
And like
All right.
go get a Brazilian and then send photos. Okay.
What's the middle option? Send nudes.
Yeah, yeah. Sex and nudes are due. All right.
Oh shit. Is this a
So it's kind of
female?
just like one big titty. I don't know. Don't know if it's a male or female.
Still
Might
doing it.
not even have a gender. Big
Still
soft
doing
titty.
it. I feel like it'd
Uh,
feel comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
And it's got like
squishy.
that electricity in there. You get a little
Yeah, for a little
shocking
like
sensation.
little yeah, little vibration action,
Yeah.
little
Yeah. She like
tingling.
carry you in the air.
There's something
Like
about multi-limbed creatures too that kind of, not saying I like tentacle porn, but it just feels like those tentacles could be doing a whole bunch of stuff to you at the same time.
yeah, I mean, uh, yeah, it's all about touch and sensation, right? So the more
I
of
know.
it, there it is.
I just feel like
Yeah,
that'd be soft. It'd be like a soft thing.
yeah. I like it. And I bet this one smells sweet. Something about it over the ocean in the thing. I bet it's not like a foul smell. Like it wouldn't be the fish smell. It'd be like a sweet little air smell. So
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Ah,
We're gonna put the O'Hare Kaslim. So she is she's an Indian grandmother here, but she thick as fuck. She got nice hair.
see, my problem is that I would not feel comfortable with those two giant snakes watching me
Yeah. Yeah.
because those things
I'm
look
all
like
in
they
on
have
this
heads of
one.
their own.
Yeah. No, I think
I
they would
mean,
be very welcome. And kind of like just like the dog in the corner of the room, It's
I
like
don't even
maybe a
love
little
that.
annoying and
I don't love
distracting, but
that. I tolerate that, but I don't love that. Like I'm cognizant of it being there.
yeah. I would say it's never stopped me before, but there's definitely been a scenario where I'm like, you know what? Fuck this dog.
Yeah,
Fuck all this.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm going no.
All right. Very pretty. I'll tell you what. A platonic relationship with this one, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, like an emotional connection, but doesn't
Yeah.
it get anywhere physical?
Yeah. Yeah. And she's got a lot of pets, so she'd be cool to hang out with.
Yeah.
All right. Ayula, she a queen.
Yes, but only because like it's my only chance to get with royalty.
Trying to marry in, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a solid yes. Yeah. What I mean, a well-built bear. Looks very soft, well maintained, not matted. I
Yeah, it
mean,
probably smells like the forest, you know.
yeah, gorgeous glowing head. I mean,
I just feel like I would disappoint this bear though, you know.
no. She knows and she appreciates whatever you're bringing to the table.
I mean, yeah, she
It's
is a
okay.
queen, so she at least has the poise.
Yeah. No, she's okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Very friendly bear. All right, the blow up doll herself,
Oh, 100%.
Irini
I mean,
Sengir.
that's a no-brainer. Look at those lips, my guy. She just got done
Yeah,
with
dude.
another dude and she's ready for you.
Dude, swollen lips. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, well
that's an
built,
easy yes.
perfect for the Halloween time. Yeah, no
Yeah,
brainer.
maybe a little
Okay.
thicker, but you know, I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, listen, what does she want? Blood? She could have it. Give
Yeah.
her that blood. All right. All right. Hear
What
me
the
out.
fuck?
Piggy bank. Look at that belly.
Oh my god. No, in no way is this even because like even as far as like a non-humanoid creature goes, you know what I mean? Like at least with like the Esperzoa or whatever the fuck, like it seemed like it would be comfortable and fun. Or like the bear. This just
Okay.
looks terrible.
So technically it's a creature, but it's only a toy. So I don't think it has rights. You could just kind of like pick it up and fuck its belly, I think. I don't think there's any laws against
With
that.
those
So
fucking teeth though, dude.
I think they're
Are you gonna fuck your
fingernails.
zipper?
They're fingernails, and you just
I
file them
still wouldn't
down.
want that.
All right. I tried. All right, I
Would
would.
you?
Okay, yeah, I would.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. All right. And lastly, Shaku the Endbringer.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. It's like so much yes and so much no.
Yeah, dude. It's my least favorite haircut on a woman too, is fucking bangs like that.
You don't like a nice liberal bob? That's
No,
nice. Damn. I
no.
mean, that's also a fucking classic goth mommy fucking haircut. I listen. I'm always for that. Whatever.
Ugh. Ugh, yeah. I mean, this is definitely a yes, but it's just like we were saying before was a paper bagger. This is 100% like a like from behind.
Yeah. So okay. So clearly, it's supposed to be a yes. I don't think I would. She looks like a tweaker. She looks like I don't know. She
Yeah,
looks
but you're gonna have
like
an amazing night and then wake up without your wallet.
an unenthusiastic. Like she's smoking a cigarette the whole time and fucking sighing and no. I think I would sit this one out. Plus, like I'm pretty sure she's in the pits of hell itself. I'm not going there for that. So
Parents aren't home. Come over.
yeah, but
Satan's out. Come on down.
yeah, but one hell of an outfit. Fucking that face.
Wait, can you
All right.
show it what she says?
Uh
Cannot attack. There's another creature in play. Lose 3 life. Move creature from the game.
oh, the
Is that
tap is
another
pretty nice.
creature anywhere at all? In play, as in, I got it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That seems so shitty.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you could also tap her to remove any creature. And she gets
Yeah,
bigger.
tap exile creature to put a 1/1 counter on her.
No haste. And you're losing 3 life on each one of your upkeeps.
Hold on.
Yeah, this exactly what she would do. This is exactly what I would expect her to do. That's such a Shaka thing to do. My gosh. All right.
Dude, that's damn. Wonder how many commander decks there are of her.
Probably too many.
Then you gotta like untap her to like use it multiple times. I'm trying to think if there's an easy way to untap her. I mean, beyond the obvious, like if there's like a creature leaves the battlefield, untap something. That seems like it's too strong though.
She's a legend. So if you play her with a blue deck, you could do that land that you could untap her with. That way you could at least
100
remove.
106 decks.
Hey, there's enough people untapping shit. I'm sure there's some artifact that'll do it and
Yeah.
some lands.
Patriarch's Seal, 1,000-Year Elixir, Sting. At the beginning of each combat, untap equipped creature.
Hmm.
Pretty cool.
That's actually a pretty cool build.
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, though, it's like, what are you actually doing? Because mind you, you're losing 3 life every turn.
Yeah. But sometimes you want to lose life in a black deck. There's that Font of Agonies. Every time you lose that life, you'll be able to use the Font of Agonies to kill someone. So she's literally feeding the font to kill more creatures. I love how we went from like very serious talks straight up Sacre-Do and right back to serious talks on the Sacre-Do final.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, we're brewing right now.
Yeah. That's it. Just so smooth of a fucking transition. All right. Listen, I got to get to fucking work. I got a message that the boss will be at work tonight to go over things. So it's like,
Right.
got to be there. So I will be posting this in the morning instead of right now because I need to literally run. But until next week, listen, I will try to build a mono blue deck. I'll let you know how weird it goes.
And I'll work on my Boros.
All right. And hopefully I see you on Arena. If not, I always understand. But goddamn, I'll be playing for the both of us. Take it easy. Oh, wait. Bottom of the glass. Hold on. Bottom of the glass. Now I got to go run to work. Take it easy.